The economy of Thailand is mostly depending on tourism industry. To ensure the healthy development of the tourist destinations in Thailand, it is essential to lower the impact the mass tourism has on the environment and the community. Sustainable tourism takes care of the present needs while preserving the needs of the future generations. But is it sustainable really? We divide it here into two main aspects. The first one is ecosystem, and the second one is human system. For ecosystem, there are some environmental impacts. Plasticware using on the train. For some 79% of the plastic produced over the last 70 years has been thrown away, either to landfill sites or into general environment. Just 9% is recycled, with the rest incinerated. Also, the grocery in front of the national park that's selling plastic bottle of water that encourage tourists to litter in the national park. Next, air pollution. Dust when the car is moving, damage respiratory system of the human. Also, the gas emission by cars harm the wildlife species.
รถกระบะค่ะที่พานักท่องเที่ยวเข้าไปในอุทยานนะคะจะเป็นของทางอุทยานเลยไหมคะ
เป็นรถของชาวบ้านนะครับที่เป็นชาวบ้านที่ได้รับผลกระทบจากช้างนะครับก็คือเรารวบรวมคนเหล่านี้คนที่ได้รับผลกระทบจากช้างเนี่ยมาเป็นคนขับรถกับไกด์พาเที่ยว
The waste from the ship. Wastewater may affect the marine environment in three main ways: through oxygen depletion, causing disease, and by nutrient enrichment. Wastewater can contain disease-causing bacteria and virus, which pose a risk to public health for swimmers and those eating contaminated fish.
ค่ะแล้วพอน้ำเสียจากลูกค้าที่ใช้ห้องน้ำไปอะค่ะจะเอาไปปล่อยไปตรงไหนคะ
อันนี้เราก็ต้องฝลัดออกค่ะบางทีใช่มันก็มีบ้าง
And for another aspect, which is human system, one of the impacts is the guide. Lack of information and afraid to speak out, especially for the mass tourism. Guides play an important role to make tourists realize about the impact and behave appropriately. For example, telling tourists not to make loud noise because it will scare the animals.
ค่ะอาจารย์คะอยากสอบถามความคิดเห็นอาจารย์เกี่ยวกับไกด์ที่กุยบุรีอะค่ะไกด์เป็นยังไงบ้างคะ
ไกด์ที่เราไปรอบนี้มันจะมี2คนเนาะคนหนึ่งที่ดูแบบชำนาญการกับอีกคนหนึ่งที่ดูเป็นเด็กผู้ชายไกด์ที่ชำนาญการเท่าที่เขาเห็นเขาประสานงานในเรื่องอื่นๆเขาก็ทำได้ดีนะแต่ไกด์ที่เป็นเด็กเนี่ยสิ่งที่เห็นก็คือเขามีความไม่รู้อยู่มากนะแล้วก็มีความอายไม่กล้าพูดกับอีกอย่างหนึ่งคือมีประสบการณ์ที่น้อยมากจ้ะ
Culture crash, one of the social impact. Homestay in Guiburi providing facilities to satisfy tourists, for example, bathtub and air conditioners, which conflict with the concept of local livings. Another obvious example is international tourists coming to Pattaya walking street. The way they dress is inappropriate for Thai culture, which locals can see and tend to.
Also, products selling in Pattaya like sexy clothes and sex toys, which giving an image of sex tourism to Pattaya.
Prostitutions. Many of Thailand's prostitutes are from the poor provinces in the northeast in the early 1990s. Many of the non-Thai prostitutes were from the hill tribes in northern Thailand and Burma. Prostitution is considered by some as an easy way to make money. If a village woman goes to work in a large city or resort when she was in her late teens and 20s and send home reasonable large amount of money and return when she is in her 30s with enough money to live comfortably, it is at ease implied that she works as a prostitute while she was away from her village. Tourist behavior also impacts the unsustainable tourism. For example, tourists didn't follow the sign, the smoking sign at Pattaya Beach, which whoever breaks the law have to pay 5,000 baht. The garbage from littering around, which fine up to 2,000 baht. For the economic impacts, leakage take place in many situations. The ship from Hua Hin to Pattaya, which import from Australia. In the case of function breakdown, the equipment and tools are needed to import from other countries. Group tour from other place. Most of the tourists buying a full package tour to the national park from travel agency in Hua Hin. So they didn't stay in a local resort, which means the money didn't come directly to the local community but goes to the agency instead.
The solution of unsustainable tourism in the police duty. The first one, you have to be prepared to move the police every 6 months to prevent the paternalism. Second, awareness and empower of the tourists. The third, take more serious in a fine, for example, the smoking fine and littering fine. The solution of unsustainable tourism in government sectors. The first one, provide more trash can in public area. Second, put more sign about important rules. Third, encourage subconscious about environmental concern to people. Fourth, promoting through organization involved in tourism. For example, create more awareness of unsustainable impact to tourists, both locals and international. Fifth, increase the tax for inappropriate clothes shop. Sixth, variety of the language in the sign. And the last one, change the paper usage because it's more easier to eliminate. The solution of unsustainable tourism for guide duty. The first one, learning English, and the third or other languages are important to convey the rules and information to international tourists. For example, not to make loud noise in the forest that impact to the mass tourism. Second, tourist limitation per hour. And the last one, persuade tourists to travel conservatively. The solution of unsustainable tourism for local community sector. The first one, reduce unnecessary facility that doesn't relate to cultural life. Second, adding the knowledge that how to make tourism sustain. Adding the activity that need to do with the tourists, for example, local blending. The third, promote local way of life and Thai culture to tourists. And the last one, frequently check the car every 3 months. The solution of unsustainable tourism in the government sector that work together with the local community sector. The first one, providing job for local people. Second, strengthening the local products. For example, the souvenir that made by the local people. The third, try not to deal with the middleman so the income will go directly to the local people and to avoid the leakage. And the last one, the garbage in national parks such as the bottle of water. To solve this problem, they have to make the pledge before bringing the bottle of water inside the national park by the catch.